Goldman Sachs banker's Polish lover, who conned him out of £4 million chunk of his estate before he died aged 55, is found dead in London flat.
A Polish nightclub boss accused of being a call girl who conned her financier lover out of a huge chunk of his £18 million estate has been found dead, Mail Online can reveal. Magdalena Zalinska, 44, was being sued in the High Court by the brother of Danny Truel over claims she obtained £4 million by undue influence before he died of a neurological condition aged 55 in 2019. But the case has taken a mysterious turn after her body was discovered by police who broke down the door of her apartment in Clapham, South London, when officers on a routine patrol were approached by neighbours who were concerned for her welfare. Police have confirmed to Mail Online that Ms. Zalinska's sudden death is not being treated as suspicious, but unexpected. The divorced mother of two was at the center of an acrimonious fight with the family of millionaire former Goldman Sachs banker Mr. Truel. Ms. Zalinska, who was left more than £1 million in Mr. Truel's will, denied the allegations, insisting they had a romantic and loving relationship for 14 years. Mr. Truel's brother Edie, 61, who is also a city financier, claimed that although she had a sexual relationship with his brother, she was his paid carer from 2012 and did not live with him. Danny Truel, a lifelong Labour Party member, was a contemporary of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson at Balliol College, Oxford, and frequently faced him in debates. He went on to become a hugely successful fund manager. After running Goldman Sachs's asset management arm, he moved to Britain's biggest charity, the Wellcome Trust, as its chief investment officer in 2005. In 12 years, he grew assets under management from £12.3 billion to £20.9 billion. He also allowed it to double the amount it donated a year to more than £1 billion. He divorced his wife of 16 years, Naomi, in 2011, and the following year he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which later became a form of motor neuron disease. In the High Court, Mr. Justice Michael Green said Mr. Truel had considerable personal wealth but lived an apparently frugal lifestyle, did not drive, have expensive hobbies or go on many holidays, and lived in a modest and poorly furnished basement and ground floor maisonette near Clapham Junction. During his illness he was dependent on alcohol, the judge added. In his will, he described Ms. Zalinska, a Polish national, who has also struggled with alcohol, as his partner and dependent. The court battle was over a series of transfers to her before Mr. Truel died. These included £1.34 million paid between 2013 and 2018 to a company through which she operated her London nightclub, Southwark Rooms. Another £915,000 went to her directly in electronic transfers, £1.366 million on spending and withdrawals using his debit card, while he also transferred to her his interest in the flat she had previously rented from him in Clapham, where her body was discovered. Lawyers for Danny Truel said she had also used her Southwark nightclub as a front to extract huge sums of money that have since disappeared. In a hearing earlier this year, Mr. Justice Michael Green said Ms. Zalinska was rightly, in my view, offended by any suggestion that she was not in a deep and loving relationship with the deceased, or that she had taken advantage of him. Ms. Zalinska claimed to have met Mr. Truel at the end of his previous marriage and started a relationship with him in 2004. The couple moved into the basement flat in Clapham in 2016. Mr. Truel's brother and former solicitor John Rayner Hatchard claimed, as executors of his estate, that evidence casts doubt on the quality of the relationship. Their barrister Edward Hicks told the judge that Mr. Truel had two very separate lives, one with his family and the other with Ms. Zalinska, with whom he had a very strange relationship. He said a crucial question at a trial would be if Mr. Truel were in a relationship akin to husband and wife or whether it had been marked by promiscuity, which he did not know about. Is this a lady who was presenting a false picture of her relationship to Danny? He told a hearing in February. We have evidence that she was in relationships with other people. Ms. Zalinska's sudden death means Mr. Truel's attempts to find out what happened to the millions may never be known. Her former husband Wojtek Zalinski confirmed her demise to Mail Online and said he was flying to the UK from his home in Krakow, Poland, to help determine what happened to her. Mr. Zalinski denied claims that his ex-wife was a prostitute, and said, "That was absolute rubbish, she was never a call girl. Never. I do not know why such hurtful things were said about her in the court. That is wrong and should not have been said. She is not here to defend herself now, so I will do it. I was called and told she had died. I do not know any more but will be flying to London to be with family," he added. Mr. Zalinski said he and his former wife divorced 20 years ago but kept in contact. He last saw her a year ago. Police said officers were approached by people concerned for the welfare of Ms. Zalinska on Saturday. A Met Police spokesman said, "Officers forced entry and found a 46-year-old woman deceased. Her next of kin have been informed. The death is being treated as unexpected, though initial inquiries determined it was not suspicious." A full trial of the £4 million claim against Ms. Zalinska was set for next year. Lawyers for Ms. Zalinska and the estate of Mr. Truel refused to